And I'm back. Hold on, let me check something real quick. That probably like looked like a black screen in the video, but what I did is I was just checking my OBS to see if I was still recording. I can't tell. I can't tell if I'm recording or not. I think there's a way to do it. I did not check those like properly. I think there's a way to do it, but I don't know. Like I'm still learning OBS, Open Broadcast System, for those like who are not intuited. I will try to say this word like many times without any research. But y'all, I'm pretty sure like the comments, if anybody's watching, will tell me how to pronounce it. Maybe. Of course, that's if anybody's watching. So we're gonna search all of these because I need muns. I need muns and I need funds. So what stream of consciousness were we on like a minute ago? We were talking about comedy. Oh, I was talking about games. That's what I was talking about before like I ended the video. Yeah, like I got a couple games like I could play. I'm thinking about like finishing like and you saw like the series a while ago. Like I was playing them Cuphead, I was playing not Darkest Dungeon. I was playing Darkest Dungeon before, but I don't know if I have it anymore. I gotta find it. I should have it. What else? Dead Cells. I got Punch Club, but that game is kind of trash, and it's like boring, so I don't want to play it. Cause it really is. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like after a while, like you're like, okay, well, what's the point? Like you're doing the same shit over and over, and then like shit like slows down, and it's kind of just like, why am I doing this? Let me focus for this lockpick real quick. Shit. It's also hard to take yourself seriously when you're playing games like as a job, but you also have to tell yourself that it's a job as well, and that it is difficult, because if you don't tell yourself it's difficult, then you kind of get in like a weird like sync of oh, this is the easiest thing in the world, and you're telling yourself like, oh, why is this so hard for you? It should be easy. No, it's difficult. It's kind of difficult to record. I'm out of health potions. That's fine. Record and play games at the same time. Reason why? If it was a record and play games at the same time and like do commentary, because gaming for most people and for me is a thing which I found rest in initially, and you're kind of switching those like points in your mind, like you're switching from like, oh, this is supposed to be like a restful thing, to actually, oh, this is a job. And also you don't know whether or not you're going to make money off your videos, or whether or not life is going to hit you in a way to where you're not able to maintain consistency, because ultimately when it comes to YouTube, it's about consistency and the amount of content that you can crank out. So it's about the amount of like content that you can crank out. Hold on, let me like focus a little bit. I like axes. I'm gonna have to get this anyway, so I might as well get this. Now I should be blazing through this now. But no, about the level of YouTube is about the level of consistency that you have, is what I was saying, and you never know when life is gonna hit you. Oh, a thing I know I remember now that I wanted to talk about was consistency in work. I think I already talked about this, but you know, it'd be like that. I was telling my cousin, she's a designer, I was telling you about this, that if you're just like trying to critique yourself for like ever and never like work on anything, like there's no point. You're ultimately like living a life that has never been like fulfilled. You never finished anything, never did anything, you never finished anything to completion, and that's something that you need to keep in mind while you are so focused on achieving perfection. So you never experienced, and that's something that I fell into the trap of like for a while, especially when it comes to anxiety of like perception. You always want to make sure that you're seen as the best and seen that the things that you've created are seen as the best. When that's not the reality, it's never going to be the best, it's never going to be perfect. But that's okay. Like, when it comes to design, it's all about empathy. So, like, you're trying to create something that perfectly empathizes with everyone, and something, like, any person who looks at can, like, immediately agree with. And that's, like, you can't, like, chase that ideal. That's, like, a hyper ideal that you have to realize within yourself as a designer and as a creator in general. And once you realize that, you're able to create, like, a little bit more freely. Like, I'm not saying, like, never, like, I try to achieve quality, because there is, like, a qualitative. There is a qualitative standard of like, depending on your field or depending on your industry, that you should try to strive for. You know, you should always try to improve yourself. But at the end of the day, make something. Just get something done. Finish it to completion. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'd rather you have like something done than it be like the most beautiful unfinished thing in the world. Like, I was listening to a comic creator on YouTube, and he said the same damn thing, and I'm happy that it stuck. My professor was trying to tell me this a while ago, but like he was like on some it was like it did not make sense what he was saying. So I was kind of just like ignoring it, but like now that I've like realized, I'm kind of just like all right, fair. Like, I'm like, it makes sense. Like, just get something done at the end of the day. But people are weird, like, when it comes to that, because people want you to be a robot, and people want the highest quality thing that you can produce without even really like knowing yourself, without even like being familiar with your own works enough to say whether or not your level of quality is or your level of work ethic is. So just things to keep in mind. Just do things for yourself, and that's like a separate tangent, because like I had a memory came up that I dived and dodged about that conversation that I had with my professor. But yeah, just like do you, like be yourself, honestly, you know, like don't let other people like influence like you to the point of like stress. Don't allow that ever. Like, that's not worth it whatsoever. Just like get your work done, of course, like finish things, but don't like let people like stress you out, because people have their own instabilities and they will try to dump them on you, and you shouldn't allow that. No, you shouldn't allow that. I can level up for health, which is nice. Shouldn't allow that, yeah. Ooh, that was rough. Yeah, you shouldn't allow that. Just, maintain your own peace. You feel me? Maintain your own peace. Want to know something funny? I, was sleeping in the bed, like, tonight, this past night. Well, yesterday, really. And because it was a nap, so it was like midday. That's why I said yesterday, really. And I thought I heard some. So I'm nervous. at many times. Like, so I thought I heard something, and I because the walls here are very thin. They're a lot thinner than I expected, and I want to do something about that. Like maybe like get some like recording material, foaming material, or something, etc., etc. But the walls are like very thin, and I thought, like, I swear, I thought somebody was like right here, like looking at my bed. Maybe they were, but I could have sworn like somebody was like right in front of my face. So I jumped out the bed. When I heard something, I jumped out the bed like Vegeta jumping out a smoke plume on Namek, and like threw like a right hook at the air. And I was like, what am I doing? I am really like on edge. I was like, I'm really on edge, because that was like ridiculous. It was funny though. I was like, I was able to laugh at myself. Bear, butterfly, owl. Bear, butterfly, owl. But yeah, like I was dying. I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, who am I fighting? Who is the enemy here? Ooh, you know what would be a cool mod? Dungeon mods. Like, because these dungeons are kind of trash. Dungeon like puzzle mods. Like, so if you have any of those, like, let me know. Like, I would like to check some of those out. If the comments, if you know any of those, like, please like send them and like put them down in the comments. You know, it's just like a second ago I was thinking back to a point before when I used to do YouTube. That should take that. And what the fuck happened? I don't remember what this story I was about to tell. Like, I just forgot. Wait, what was I saying? We'll get to it another time. I just had like a whole like brain lapse. Like, I don't remember anything about what I was just saying. I had a memory and I lost it, and now I'm angry and I'm going to be like stuck on it like forever. That's what I do. Oh, you know he was dead. He was dead on arrival. Hey! He's gone. He's gone. Well, I was thinking about a cool mod. A cool mod would be like dungeons. Oh, I remembered. See, sometimes you just gotta trust your mind and not fret over your memory. That's a separate note, but I may come back to that or not. I remember. I was talking about how I used to close out my videos. That's what I was thinking about. I used to close out my videos by saying, like, be sure to, if you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike. Because at a certain point, it's like, okay, like, do what you want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna like be like, like and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, dislike the video. Like, the views are what gets me money. Like, and like the public perception is gonna be like, I'm not gonna tell you to like me if you don't like me. If you didn't like the content, dislike the content and be honest. I'd rather you be honest and hear like the honest like perception than I'd rather you be like honest and hear like your honest perception of things than you just say it. Then you just like it just arbitrarily. There's no reason for you to like something if you don't like it. I don't understand it. I mean, I understand it, like, but it just doesn't resonate with me, I guess, is a better way to say. So we finished Bleak Ball's Barrel, and I'm going to cut the video right here. So guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. No. Like, I would like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it based on what we were talking about. But bye. I will see you guys on the next video.